Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, and it's kind of early in the morning, but I can't sleep. I'm lying here and I'm thinking about my brothers and sisters in Ukraine. And I'm thinking about all of us who are blessed to be absent from that situation. And I'm thinking about the brother Putin and Russia, and what they're doing, this aggressive act, this evil act, so evil towards the Ukrainian people. And I know that if we, the people, could understand life, it would be so much simpler. What I see Putin doing is the same thing I see Lucifer in heaven doing amongst the angels, just out doing that stuff, but maybe beginning at a stage of what Donald Trump is trying to do and get kicked out of heaven and come here on this garden, two people representing total 8 billion. I would say 4 billion either one. And to deal with one in a negative way means half of the population. And a half of the population just couldn't make it without the other half. Or now that it has, and they have the choice is to stay together. And so, what I see happening in this whole reality, ladies and gentlemen, as spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, this is what I see happening throughout all eternity at this moment in time. We've studied, we've had access to information like we've never had it before. And we know everything, don't we? And here we are at this moment in time, we have the situation before us where we have seen evil personified. You know, we've read about it, we've studied it, we've talked about it, we've discussed it, we've passed laws and rules and regulations and created prisons and things to deal with. We've created mental institutions, we've created whatever we needed to deal with the problem. We did, we've done it all, except dealing with the cause of the problem. We never dealt with that. And here we are today in this situation put before us. Deal with this problem. Now, Ukraine represents Adam or Eve in the garden. Ukraine represents the other part of the heavenly host that was not deceived. Ukraine represents all of the people of the earth that wants freedom. And Russia represents something totally different. No freedom for you. Freedom is for Putin. I guess I'm saying Putin because we've been led to believe that Putin is running the show. But if Putin isn't running the show, whoever's running the show wants the power of all the people and they're willing to kill to take it. You see, there are some people who are satisfied with living on a mansion, having access on yachts. There are some people that would be fine with that. But there are some people who want that and something else. They want others to be living in a shack. Literally want others to be living in a shack. So what I see evil doing, and I see what Russia's doing is evil. I see it as evil because of what it's doing. Killing babies, tearing people, building them, infringing upon people, say, we don't want anything to do with you. And here's the bully say, well, I'm gonna make you. Now, That looks like it's calling the rest of humanity at a time like this to decide, are you going to be free or are you going to be a slave? To be free means that you would come together and with no second thoughts about it, and you would come together with all that you got and tell Russia to stand down, tell Putin to stand down, tell him to stand down. And you go there with the attitude that this is important enough for the end of the world. This is important enough for the Third World War. I mean, what else? I mean, look here. We got these guys over here, these brothers and sisters and babies, and they are dying, being born for nothing. So I ask all of us, what else is more important that is required for we as a human race to stand up and do the right thing? What else is required? Oh, something just hit me in my ear and it said, you want it to happen to you. And when it happens to you, then you're ready to stand up. But what happens if something else takes place and when it happens to you, it requires others to stand up and no one stands up? See, we have to consider these things, ladies and gentlemen. If we say that it's okay, I mean, we can do anything but tell Rush to stand down. We allow Rush to keep, and when I say allow, I mean don't stop it, to keep killing and doing all this damage to these people. We know darn well that when he does that, he's going to do it to somebody else. And he's going to do it to somebody else. In other words, he's going to have to be stopped. So how many people have to die before you stop it? Here's the thing. What other reason is it to die for? To defend freedom. To defend freedom. Life is no good if you're not free. Look at the people that are running, got no place to go. Look at the people that came to the borders asking for help because they were running, no place to go. The people who are the refugees who are running from Ukraine, but I think they say a couple of million of them, they're just lying here and there wherever they can get a spot. Look at that. This is how you dismantle society, following the dictates of men who leaves God out. See, God protects every last one of us. So that's how come I say Putin working with the devil. And I also say that everyone out there that's pulling those triggers, everyone that's dropping those bombs on those Ukrainian people are agents of the devil as well. Now, I realize they don't know any better. They are just slaves. They don't even know that. But then when you think about it, so are we all. If the nations of the world are not free, so are we all. So we can't laugh at anybody. But this is the opportunity for us to make a choice, to us to make a stand, for us to turn around and tell Putin to stand down. And when we tell Putin to stand down, that says one other thing. It says to all other nations and all who would be dictators, this crap is not going on any longer. We, the people, are not going to stand for that kind of activity amongst us. We're going to stop it. It's over. That's what it says. But it doesn't just stop there. It also says to the people in every nation that each of us are important. And there are certain things that are important and necessary for us as human beings on this face of this earth. And it is that those requirements for survival be met and guaranteed because the power that put us here established that that must be done in order for us to survive. It is the duty, it is the responsibility of us to make it easy for us by each of us playing the part that have been given to us in the process of making sure that all of those things that we might ever imagine be made manifest by the joy of us being who we are. And we'll never have to suffer for nothing. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, God got this new thing figured out. Now, I know what I'm saying It's not the ultimate God story. No, no, I'm sure it's not. What I'm saying is just a step so much further to me than where we are today. Sure, there's a lot of good things happening in the world today, but there's so much ugly stuff, till it takes away from the beauty of the good stuff. It even makes the good stuff look stinky. It makes it look dirty, especially when it can be made to look beautiful. So this is the challenge that we have today. What are we going to do? Are we going to aid ourselves by standing up to that evil monster and says no more, and be willing to pull a button to blow up the earth if we have to for each other? That's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for each other and ourselves. We got to die anyway. And there's no other reason to die than to give your life for the brother man. Somebody say, but look, let me just say this before I go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what somebody's going to say. Well, can't we just sacrifice Ukraine, and then perhaps the war will stand down and we don't have to worry about it anymore, and the rest of us can go ahead on living? Now, you talking about something that's sad. That is as sad as it comes. What that basically means, as far as I can see, is that everything that Putin is, that seed that created this monster, is established in everybody that would think like that. Because I guarantee what you just said guarantees that what Ukraine is going through, the kind of evils and stuff, even worse than that, is marked for people who have no empathy, people who have no conscience, people who have no true God. Because that's what it is. That's what it really is, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the true God. It's about having faith in the true God. Faith that allows you to walk on water. Now, this is the good part. I'm going to go. Faith that allows you to walk on water. Faith that allows you to fall out of an airplane and survive. Faith that calls you to do all of those things that happen that you know are miracles, and you are the recipient of it. That kind of stuff that establishes, because that establishes faith. Because sometimes when stuff like that happens, you didn't have any faith; it was just a gift. But once it happens, it gives you reasons for faith. But when you got that faith, you don't worry about it. You don't even keep marking it up. Sometimes you do some stuff. Well, let me just say, sometimes you do some stuff that's just too stupid, too stupid, too stupid for you even to see it. And then the miracle. And you recognize the miracle. So then you know what led you to do the stupid thing was your faith. Your faith that you could achieve it. It led you to do it. And you went out there to do it. And your faith caused the God of love to reach out and expose himself, to expose the true God of love to you. Now, you caught. To whom much is given, much is required. You can't go back and stick your head in the sand. You got to call the devil the devil. You got to call evil evil. You got to stand up for what's right. There's no if and ands about it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I just share with you some information. Have a good day.